let's talk about the #1 recruiting class in America, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And they've been holding this down for, well, at least the last couple of months. And right now, they're both trying to hold on to what they got, Steve, but also hit on a couple more targets before this thing's over. Let's talk about a couple of guys that they are trying to hold on to right now, and that's 5-star corner Naeem Offord and 4-star edge Zaire Mathis. What's the latest on both those guys?
Well, obviously Auburn's coming strong for Naeem Offord, but Coach Tim Walton's done a fantastic job with Naeem and his family. There's a trust there that not only will he take care of him off the field, but he's the coach to get him where he wants to go on the field, which is being the first corner selected in the NFL draft down the road. Ohio State, year in and year out, one of the best teams in the country, one of the most drafted teams on draft day. But the idea of staying home is easier for Naeem Offord. He's clicking with some of those commits to the Auburn class and sees that program is one on the rise. And Oregon is more than a sleeper for Naeem Offord as well. He's been there a couple times, looking to get him back for the Ohio State game. So we'll see what happens with him. But Ohio State prepared to battle for Naeem Offord, and they hope it turns out the same way Jeremiah Smith and Edric Houston's recruitments did last cycle, and less like Jeremiah McClellan, who ultimately flipped to the Ducks. And then Zaire Mathis, he's going to take his official visit to Ohio State for the Nebraska game, talking to a source around his high school football program. They think he's locked in with the Buckeyes. He did visit Penn State in the spring and the summer. They did acknowledge it's a long way to go until signing day, but he's still excited about his opportunity with the Buckeyes. He's going to official for the Nebraska game. So Ohio State still looks to be in good position to hang on to him.
All right, now let's talk about some flip targets. Ryan Day getting aggressive on the trail. I kind of wondered what Ohio State would do after missing out on #1 offensive tackle David Sanders. Well, there's a new name on the board, and that's Damola Ajidahun, and he is committed to Georgia Tech. But Ohio State is not the only one trying to flip him. The Dogs have been involved here. What are you hearing on Damola Ajidahun? I got to tell you guys about this new series that dropped on Amazon Prime about how NIL, yes, NIL has changed the college sports game. It's called The Money Game, executive produced by Shaquille O'Neal, LSU alum, and it's on Amazon Prime. It drops September 10, where this is a great show. They follow Livy Dunn, Angel Reese, and Jaden Daniels, their last seasons at LSU. You guys are going to find this really interesting, I promise. Take a look.
Can I see how I look before we start? July 1st, 2021, the NIL rule changed. That's the day my life changed.
The schools were reaping the benefits of the billions of dollars in TV contracts.
For almost 100 years, no one challenged it.
Now, the Livy Dunns and the Angel Reeses, they're getting 6- and 7-figure deals.
The more eyes you got on you, the more people are going to try to tear you down.
I do get a lot of inappropriate comments.
All the stuff that they say on a daily basis is disgusting.
You're playing on the biggest stage every week.
Angel Reese is not active tonight.
Could you expand a little bit more on why Reese didn't play in here?
Yeah, I could, but I won't.
I don't have to tell you guys everything that's going on in my life.
And now, for the big moment, your 2023 Heisman winner is...
I guarantee there's some girl out here who's trying to get their hooks into Jaden Daniels.
I'm not going to let anybody take my focus from the game.
You don't have to play the money game, but if you want to capitalize, you can do that.
I love the game. I can also take care of my family for generations.
We thought of everything that would happen in NIL.
I would have $100 in my account as one of the star athletes at LSU, and I was confused why.
Reebok is a question mark.
They didn't reach out to you?
No.
The whole team is so excited to have you.
These athletes are in a pressure cooker.
I remember saying that I want to be done, but winning is addicting.
I think this is the beginning of it, and it's beautiful.
There it is. I told you. Looks good, doesn't it? The Money Game Amazon Prime, it's an inside look at NIL in a way that we have never seen it before. Amazon Prime gives you a raw, real look at how NIL is shaping NCAA sports and the lives of these athletes that are participating in it. And it's 6 parts. It's not just one. You can't tell a great story in one part. This is 6 parts. It's Amazon Prime. The Money Game. Go watch it.
Well, Ohio State looks like they're in good position to get them up for an official visit. They're still in the infancy stages of this recruitment compared to a Georgia, who's had them on campus a bunch. He nearly committed to the Bulldogs in the summer before ultimately going with Georgia Tech. But Georgia's still in the thick of that one. South Carolina battling, and Ohio State looking to heat up with him.
All right, kind of like a Jitahun, you have another defensive lineman here, Joseph Mbachu, whose recruitment, while he's committed to UF, I mean, he is openly taking visits. I think he's scheduled 6 or 7. Auburn involved here, Georgia, Texas. Now Ohio State is going to get him on campus as well. Do you think that they can flip him from UF?
Well, I wouldn't rule out Ohio State for any prospect, and obviously they went to Buford last year and landed Edric Houston. They have some Peach State ties all over that roster, which could help make him feel comfortable. Where does Ohio State specifically stand? I just think it's a program of intrigue right now. We'll see if that continues to grow.
Yeah, still really early, I feel like, with Mbachu. He was at Texas last weekend. All right. Ohio State, like we said, they're sitting at number 1. They have been for a while, but to me, it feels like they're going to have to add some pieces to remain at number 1. What do you think Ohio State needs to do to finish at the top?
Well, certainly that starts with hanging on to what's already in the fold. They got some elite players that programs are sniffing around on trying to flip. That would be detrimental to their case for finishing number 1. I think it's a foregone conclusion that they're going to finish with one of the best recruiting classes in the country and one of the top hauls in the Big Ten. How high, we'll see as this season continues to play out. Look, they're hosting another player this weekend in state on 300 athlete Chaz Coleman, 6'5", 205 pounds. He's really starting to blow up. Penn State, the latest to offer. Ole Miss and Kentucky in the mix as well. He could play tight end. He could be an edge rusher on the next level. They snapped the ball to him in high school. But Ohio State's recruiting him as an edge. He's someone that I think that they'll offer in the near future. He would be a big pickup for him. He is a recent riser in the On3 rankings. So they're in on several high-ranking guys. They just got to close on them to maintain this number 1 spot while also keeping what's already in the fold in the fold.
Yeah, really, really good foundation on that class. But Ohio State fans, talk to Steve and I. How do you want to see the Buckeyes finish this 2025 cycle? Who are your top targets? Let us know. Comment section below.